We waiting for a commercial?
Yeah.
What's it for?
Don't want to talk about it. Looks like a commercial for another video game. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it could be a good one.
Could be.
We like to talk about other video games here. At least I do.
At least I do. All right, cool. And the ad is over, so now we are good to start. Just checking a few seconds for buffering. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, hey, everybody. You are in the right place if you're looking for the Sorcerer King stream. Let me tell you. We are live here today, just with Beta 5 just came out. And we're reviewing it live today and getting your feedback. So please let us know in the chat if you have any questions on the latest Beta 5 release. Ta-da.
Make sure they know about the opt-in.
Opt-in.
Beta 5 went out with a huge bug.
Really?
Yeah.
So to cover that huge bug, you
Yeah.
made a Beta 5 opt-in patch 1?
Yes.
All right.
It deals with two major things. Logistics. When you reloaded a save game, you would get negative logistics, which basically destroyed your game. And I think that resources were getting messed up as well. And stamps got another pass where now there are more setable, more fertile tiles for you to settle cities on, because there weren't that many places being put out there in the world. But that's fixed now, so get that patch. It's rad. Steam.
Cool.
Powered.com.
Steampowered.com.
Did I put them in the right direction? I don't think so.
Nah, we're fine. We're fine. All right, so we'll be talking about Sorcerer King today. Just back up to, there's Ray. I'm hosting the stream today. I work as a producer on Galactic Civilizations 3. And, of course, across from me is Scott.
How's it going?
That's it, just Scott. All right. So Scott is working as a designer for the Sorcerer King project, and we're going to go check it out now.
Yeah, we're what I'm doing right now, there's not that much exciting to talk about today, so I apologize.
Okay.
You guys have a very similar build to what we have internally. We have a couple of updates, but in general, we're getting to the point where we're just hammering away at bugs, taking care of low-hanging design issue fruit, and kind of figuring out where we want to take the design. So as I play, the best way to figure out what you want to do with a game that's kind of getting to a more final state is just to play it. And I know that you guys have given tons of feedback, tons of great lists, and a lot of items that we will be taking care of, but it helps to kind of have our own internal lists of things that we think are issues. And then where those lists kind of overlap is where the most crucial priority items are.
Cool.
So I'm playing as the commander. He, besides the wizard, he kind of gets teased for being the weakest of the sovereigns, just in terms of he doesn't feel that exciting.
Okay.
So with our 6 sovereigns, we want each of them to have a very definitive gameplay style, game feel, and their tech tree and their initial unit loadout kind of needs to reflect that. So, looking at the commander right now, he starts with, he starts with Varda the Slayer, a cleric, and a bear. I worry right now. My big concern is I have all these army slots, but I don't really produce units any faster. Like if I'm the commander, I should be all about going up my tree, getting new skills for my soldiers, unlocking new army slots, obviously, having lots of logistics, and having big armies to crush my enemies with something other than just magic and spells. So early game, and this is a balancing issue, but early game, I find I have a lot of slots, I have a lot of logistics, but that doesn't mean anything when I'm still churning out soldiers at a snail's pace. So one of the things maybe we'll do is throw in look at the commander's skill tree. Let's bring that up right now and kind of go through, weed out some of the weaker items and throw in some items, maybe some abilities that increase how quickly soldiers are trained, or maybe give you some free soldiers or something.
Cool.
Lots that we can do here. Right now, I think he can only, by default, he can only get up to having 4 spell casts in battle. So already, he's gimped on the magic side, but we have to make sure that with that gimping comes, extra cool stuff to do on the warfare side. So, anywho, that's my spiel. Spiel. I have a cough. I'm sick. Leave me alone.
No, you're fine. I can actually take over and do a little bit more of the talking if that helps you, Scott.
I appreciate it.
Well, it's the weather change. Here in Michigan,
it is the
weather changes at will.
It was beautiful. Like 2 days ago, it was in the 60s.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And
it was
now
amazing.
I'm back to my winter coat. So, nuts to that. Nuts. Pardon my French. Nuts to that.
So, a few things. Scott, you dove right into the game, which is awesome, talking about the beta. We have a few questions in the chat.
Oh, excellent.
I want to jump to. This one is very important. I'm glad we're stopping right now to go through. Now, there's a bear that was noticed, and Gilmoy is very curious. Does that bear stand up on 2 legs?
Not all the time. I think he has an idol. I think his killing blow, he stands up on 2 legs.
There you have it. There you have it, viewers. See? That's
Is
easy.
that okay?
One question at a time. I like this.
I don't know the right answer to
I like the
that
comments
question.
about the snow, though, because the snow effect does look beautiful.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
really, I think that is awesome. The people in the chat do as well.
Awesome.
Of course, another comment in the chat, too, talking about the snow with that big freeze. 6 feet of snow to bury everyone. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Your enemies. Just bring in the snow.
Oh.
Bury your enemies in the snow. Cool.
Oh, another thing, real quick. I know that Commander, a lot of people have said the knights are overpowered. So once I get some mounts, I'm going to give them a test and see exactly how OP they are. And hopefully I will get into a big, fat minor boss battle by the time the stream is over, just for you, Ray.
Cool. Well, hey, I would love to be a major boss battle.
I know.
Let's see. Okay, let's jump back into questions. That's right. That's something earlier, too. We had a couple of viewers just pop in. Welcome. But then also, too, you had that really cool notepad on the screen for a second.
yeah,
and one of our eager people were like, hey, wait a minute. What is this? And so we didn't really talk about it. I want to go back and talk about that real quick.
Okay, this is a new. It's not really a new feature, but Alt-Tab in Windows lets you go
really a new
between
feature.
programs. And they have built into Windows, they have this awesome program called Notepad.
Yes.
It's so good. You can type
So good.
and the words appear. I mean, we're high tech here, man. We do it up proper. So yeah, my Steam notes thus far is after about a year and a half. Man, I am not feeling well. An hour and a half of playing.
Some days internet makes my head hurt, too. It's okay, Scott.
Man,
One day at a time.
seriously. So yeah, I have it kind of broken up into misnotes. Varda the Slayer and the Commander, the hero and the hero and the Sovereign tree really need to kind of work together in interesting ways, and so a bunch of notes just about overall game feel for these two folk. And I just got myself another champion. I got Perrigan, so let's equip him. Oh, report. They want to talk to me, I think. Yes, the Keepers of the Flame want to talk. So I will leave the text for you guys. I think that... Oh, they want mana. I got mana. I'm just going to give him mana because I'm nice.
Huh. All right.
So every so often they'll come, there's a lot of new interactions with them. A lot of times they'll just come asking. You won't have to go on a quest per se. Just they'll need a little assistance in some way or another.
Very cool. Oh, here we go. There's a compliment from the chat. The art style is sumptuous.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a
We've
new one.
been
I like that.
working on it.
That is very cool.
That was one of the first goals in setting out to, because this is in the Elemental engine. It's in the Elemental world. but one of the first things was we got to make sure this stands out on its own visually. And so pretty much all the art's been overhauled. The last remaining bits are these. There are spell icons or spell paintings that are being redone right now. So it's going to be, 99% all new art. So we're really glad. Everybody seems to dig the feel. So thanks, guys. And thank you, art team, for
yeah.
kicking ass.
Thanks, art team, for being awesome. There was a question from earlier. Oh, there's actually mention from the CW. The opt-in still has problems. The fertile locations disappeared during the game. Is that one kind of
fertile locations? If you have a city too close to another city, then I believe the game will stop showing you the yields of places where you can no longer settle. Okay. So that may be a game feature. I would be curious what your closest city is, because I think it can't be any closer than 8 tiles.
Okay.
So if the world stitched itself together in such a way where there are 2 fertile tiles too close, and you said you use one for a city, then it would disappear. But if they could, feel free to, if you don't think that's the issue, make a forum post, give us some details, maybe some screenshots, and we will gladly go bug hunting, because that's where we're at right now.
Yes. I think Scott even has a hat for that, to be honest with you. He puts it on and
it's time.
Gets all the bugs. That's when we know not to bother him. He's like, I'm bug hunting right now.
I got my hat on.
He's got a little net, too.
Go
just
away.
Swoops him in.
I got a little bum paddle that I shake.
Get all the bugs. Get all the fug bugs. All right, cool. Hopefully that helped you out, the CW. As Scott mentioned, just feel free to post in the forums, though, if you have any more questions.
Okay. I want to expand. See, so the Sorcerer King, this early game is kind of, it's about trying to go under the Sorcerer King's radar, and right now I'm kind of skirting it. He came at me and kind of yelled at me for having 3 cities. I don't know if I can push that. I have these other opportunities up here for cities. I may just go with outposts. Actually, I really want an outpost right here, but there's these guys here. So I'm going to use Cloud Walk, which is a very, very useful spell to get my guys. No, I won't. It takes one. I have one more turn. What do I want to do? What should I do, Ray?
Win. Sorry, what was that? Not? Did you want something more specific?
Yeah, but that's
battle something big. Can we do that? I'm not helping, am I?
No.
All right, sorry.
That's later. That's fine. I like your enthusiasm.
I'm excited, and I'm also reading all these questions. We have so many good questions coming through.
We actually ice bad guys. Check that out. Ice bad guys in the ice area. I feel like that is nice and cohesive. I like that kind of stuff.
There's mention in the chat. Now, they have a strong concern that low mana sovereigns will probably have a big mobility disadvantages, and one of their suggestions is to see if you guys are planning to introduce some kind of teleport gates to try to counteract that low mobility.
What I was actually thinking about that with we do have we like on the wizard we have the ability to give like plus X moves to all units that you own. You know, all friendly units get +2 to mobility, get +2 to moves. So there's between that and what I was thinking was actually giving Varda, going back to, making sure that the hero and the sovereign kind of play off each other. Varda, I would love to give her some sort of teleport ability, kind of like Drogon the Dwarf has. I think it's called Winter Wind, where basically it's a spell that you can cast it. It's really low mana, and you could even have it free and have a charge time, or not a charge time, but a cooldown time. But something where Varda and her whole army can get teleported. So have one of the early unlocks for her actually be a teleportation spell that brings you back to, friendly territory. So there's ways around it. I know that I just use Cloud Walk because that, that is something most people get right away. But there are other ways that we can make sure that movement problem is solved, even if you're not a magic-focused sovereign.
Oh.
So we have options, but I definitely share your concern. Now I gotta do something.
Yeah, because they definitely were mentioning too that it's especially noticeable on like the huge size maps.
Yeah.
So when it gets up to there, yeah.
Sure.
Of course, that makes it tricky too, right? I mean, when you're dealing with the tiniest map and the biggest map, and then you've got to make sure all the
everything
units are
in
still
between,
balanced.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Trying to read this question. We have a lot of really good questions today.
excellent.
Speaking of UI, is there plans to add an easier way to know how fast a city will grow? Right now, it feels kind of hard to figure out how fast things grow now. Also, production queue maybe? Question mark.
No production queue. I'm really sorry. I gotta snuff that one out early.
All right, first question done. Next question.
Okay, but I do like the idea. I think we actually had some code in a tooltip in the other Elemental games where it basically told you how many turns it was going to be until they leveled up. Right now, I think let me get through this battle really quick, and we will talk about that some more. I guess I don't really need to focus, but I do. Oh,
Whoa!
He just fell down. Okay, so let's bam.
Let's do more of that.
Notepad. No, that was not
more
good, Ray. Did you see what happened?
He died. I'm
Watch
happy.
the stream. How far? What's the delay?
Look at the delay. Watch the replay
Watch
on that
the
one.
replay on the delay.
We're real excited to show that play off.
He attacks and the guy dies at before he actually hits.
Oh,
It's a graphics bug.
sounds like a feature.
Dwarf, killing below.
Sounds like a producer feature. We'll call it Hidden
Animation.
Swing. No, that's the.
Knocks dudes down too early.
And everybody in the chat's like, "How were bugs made?"
Okay.
This is how we keep the stuff on lock.
All right, so let's Thunderstrike. That felt good. Let's. Man, these area of effects are so nice.
Whoa, cool.
And Ben can take him out. Yeah, hind legs.
Hind legs. There's the
But
two-legged
only for
attack.
a second. Like he's not.
Well, you don't want it to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like the wind-up. He's like a baseball guy.
I gotta get on
Whatever
my
those are called.
hinds to get all that upper body strength into the head.
I'm clearly good with sports. He's a baseball guy.
Okay, so let's I think
We were talking about that bug. Did you
Pioneer.
get a chance to go over the UI part?
Yes, let's talk about the UI part. I'm sorry. I was back into the game.
Just keep Scott on track. That's what I do.
Oh, Rayburn. No.
Rayburn. You named me
Berg.
Rayburn?
Rayburg.
No one wants to live there.
Rayburn.
That sounds
Okay.
bad.
Instantly, I'm getting more population per turn.
Instantly, more people are happy to be here.
That would be a fun Easter egg to have, like a list of really bad, like Poopville and stuff. Where
City
if you name
names.
it, they're like, no, I'm not living in Poopville.
I'm not going there.
Craptown.
Don't name it that. I'm not going.
Settlement details, population. Yeah, so you could imagine down here. I am pointing at the screen. I know that you can't see that. So down here, under population, it'd be really nice to have something that says, next level up in 20 turns. So you don't have to do the math. You can just know. Okay, in 20 turns, I'll be getting my next expansion. Hopefully that answers your question. It would be nice to have that information.
Let's see.
And especially if it's in a tooltip, we don't even have to have UI time on it. Just throw it in there.
Kind of a general guidance from someone in the chat mentioning that they really like pretty much everything in the game, but the balance isn't quite there yet, and the game feels really easy. kind of a general feedback?
Yes.
Is that it feels kind of easy?
One of the things that, so you can blame me for that. I went to Brad and said it's no fun in the first act when the Sorcerer King is just coming at you full bore. I really want my vision for this game has always been like in multiple acts, where the first act and a little bit into the second act are kind of about you and the Sorcerer King, not so much as enemies, but as this, this really shaky truce. And it was, you missed the opportunity for a really cool turning point in the game. In other 4X games, you had that turning point of war, where it's like, okay, I've built up my military machine. I'm ready to go to war. Let's do this. And it was like it's a big moment. And by thrusting the player in after that moment in Sorcerer King, you kind of deprive them of that, that arc. So anyways, I asked Brad to kind of play with that, so it was a little bit easier in the first half, and it did, but unfortunately I think it's that easiness has spilt over into the other acts. I don't think he's attacking shards nearly as much. You don't get your threat as up as quickly, so balance is always something that we're dealing with, and we will be tweaking it. And but I personally, hopefully everybody's really enjoying the expansion part of the game now, where it feels like you're a little bit more free to go and roam and explore and figure out, where you want to settle, and then plan a strategy around that, opposed to being on the defensive turn 5.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's mad at me, Ray.
Okay, this is a really cool screen, though.
I'm really digging every this. Time he pops up, and that's what I love about that arc, where it's like, okay, he's nice to me at first, he's giving me pioneers and loot, and now he's like, okay, you're starting to rub me the wrong way, but we're not looking for trouble, I swear.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool, I got an administrator out of it, so he's still giving me stuff. We're still cool. We tight.
That's cool. Okay,
Ring of Defense. Let's give that to. Okay. Yeah, and one of the problems that has been expressed is the finding of the lieutenants. And apparently it's going to be a problem for me even in this arena map. So, wish me luck, Ray.
I always wish you luck, Scott.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck. Okay.
What the heck? I thought I had a pioneer.
Okay, so this one's not really for me, but hopefully we'll shed some light with you.
Okay.
This question is in reference to, they've been playing for a couple hours with the Wizard, and they mentioned the Wizard and his Teddy and other nightly friends. The Wizard is good, but his so-called nightly friends are completely underpowered and die like ants.
I don't know what he's talking about. Wait, the Wizard and his nightly friends?
Yeah. Maybe that's one of the quests in the game.
Oh, yeah.
I did mention this because I don't think
that
it's
sounds like a Buckles thing.
Yeah. I think that's got to be, because that's what's actually, I think, it was catching you off guard, is that maybe some of the quest text from the game.
Yeah. I don't actually know that quest off the top. So we have a quest writer that we actually gave him a lot of tools, and Chris has been amazing in taking the quests and implementing them, and he's actually doing some balance work on the loot and stuff. He's just destroying it, and so at this point, I try not to like, he's doing such a great job that I try not to peek at the quests. Like, I want to witness them organically. So if it seems like I don't know much about the game that I'm making, I apologize, but I'm trying to save some of the the good stuff for.
Well, it's not. It's not. I wouldn't say as much. It's that like to feel like it, because it's really awesome that he's taken ownership of that.
Yeah,
right.
It's amazing.
And running with that. But yeah, I guess they had also mentioned too. They're directly referring to Keplin the Mage,
Okay.
Sir Teddy, and Sir William.
Oh, yeah.
And Keplin is good. Teddy and William are the ants.
Yeah.
That's to say.
Yeah, I think that Chris Bray also pointed that out. Like, they just get massacred. A lot of the starting units kind of need a little bit of love because, if they're just going to be one shot, if they're just glass cannons out there, it's no fun. It's, so yeah, that's another thing on our balance list is making sure those starting groups are worth your while. Freeze.
There's a question in reference to the food UI. Is there a way to add that information to the city screen too?
The food UI. Maybe the population bar?
Yeah, because I see it right there displayed.
Yeah, is this the population bar? I could see, if that's what you're talking about, I certainly could see adding it there.
That's what's interesting.
That would be useful. It's
Yeah.
certainly useful information.
Yeah.
Put a big fat bar right there that explains the level situation.
Because they mentioned too further on that another food meter next to the production meter above the city icon on the map. Just
on
mostly
the map,
like
yeah.
the tooltip in the city screen to provide this information, if anything. So yeah, okay.
Okay, so.
Oh, in forms of this game, will you be? Let's see. Will you add more customization in general? Buildable units. Since they're rather weak, they just seem kind of weak. Right? See, I think this is kind of referencing back earlier to feeling like the units are kind of weak and not very useful in the end game.
Yeah.
So
The problem right now we have. I can bring it up later. I think I've shown it off before, but we have a unit list. We have a unit map that shows all the units in our game, and we have like 100 to 150 units in the game. That's enemies and Sorcerer King units and everything, but there's got to be something that we can do. I don't think we'll be adding any, but we'll probably look at different ways where we can improve the current ones that we have. There's definitely a scalability issue, and there's a couple of different ways that we can solve that. One is to straight up, introduce more units to the tree. I personally am a fan of unlocking new abilities and having them come out at higher levels, so you never really want your guys to be, I don't know, coming up with a way to make sure that your soldiers that you've had in the game, a level 10 soldier can actually hold his own alongside a level 1 paladin. That certainly has appeal to me. I don't know how other people feel about that. That definitely goes against the grain of traditional 4X thinking, where it's like, okay, I am, using sticks and clubs. I'm now using gunpowder. I now have fighter jets. But I don't know. We're still there's still a lot of wiggle room there, ways to figure out how we want the game to be scalable into the late game. It's all part of that balance bubble.
yeah, so yeah,
It all falls under that umbrella. So
which really becomes tricky, especially now.
yeah. One suggestion that had been thrown around was actually allowing, once you ally with a minor faction, actually giving you a handful of their guys that you can actually train. So all of a sudden your cities can pump out, dwarven units or these fire units or stuff where, and have them come out higher tier. You can assume that those guys, that minor race guys can come out at a higher level because you're getting them considerably later into the game. Food for thought.
Cool. Quite a few more questions here.
I'm gonna go exploring. Oh, here's a new screen. Let's select that guy. So now, actually, I'm sorry. I think that this is in beta 5. Oh, our threat level is already high. If you try to attack Sorcerer King units early in the game, it'll actually warn you. It will pop up a warning about attacking the Sorcerer King because you are in that uneasy truce phase where if you go out there, if you go out swinging, it's going to significantly up your threat level, and the Sorcerer King will retaliate promptly. See if I can get by these guys. Oh, what's this? A Fire Drake in Fire Territory? I dig it.
Let's see. Oh, and there's just a comment too in the chat because we're getting some feedback here. Where if you could, and possibly thrown out there, you could add enchanting after certain units get to like a specific level by chance to kind of make them feel beefier, like later on in the game. So it's like, hey, they're kind of weak now, or maybe it is possible for them to learn something later. They're just throwing that out there.
Yeah, what stinks about levels is that there's always that cannon fodder situation where you are kind of cranking these guys out just to be thrown into the meat grinder, kind of. And so, and there's no way currently. I think that we have plans for it, but there's no way currently to say, besides the late game Death Ward spell, there's really no way to say this guy, I really like him. I spent a lot of time leveling him up, so save him. I don't want him to die. There's no good way to do that. And so having too many things tied to level and that progression, or I don't know. I'm just talking.
No, that's cool. We have a lot of really good feedback coming in today, so this is really nice. So we are going up against one magician?
Yes, I use Pillar of Flame to knock out.
Let's do it.
Her.
I'm excited. I'm pushing this on.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Let's see.
I'm ready for the choices here.
I'm going to Flame Dart her. And then I'm going to Thunder Strike her. And then I'm going to Rain of Arrows her. Oh.
That was a lot of magic abilities.
Yeah. Again,
and the feedback from the audience.
Maybe it's too many for the champion, for the commander. Yeah.
Rawr, but there's that bear attack.
There we go.
Coming in from both angles.
Yeah, he would keep going if she didn't just crumble. He would have kept mauling. So.
Oh, I remember that from back in the day. So Maul is
Maul's still in.
Maul's still there, huh?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Maybe we'll take it off the Panther. I know that I saw a couple of reports where a Panther was single-handedly going from town to town, just destroying somebody's civilization, which, I mean, I don't want to laugh, but it is kind of funny.
That doesn't seem favorable.
No.
Okay.
I want the Falcon because it looks super sweet.
We do have a question in the chat from how many playable races are we looking at for Sorcerer King?
You have 6 unique sovereigns that you can pick from. They all have their own little flavor. So the sovereign dictates kind of the tech tree, it's the sovereign tree, as well as what spells you can get and what your starting unit set is. So yeah, there are 6 unique ones that range from you got your wizard, which is kind of your default leader type. You have the tyrant, who gets his power from the doomsday counter, so you kind of want to play a little bit evil with the tyrant. The tinker, who's all about crafting, and some other cool guys that I won't talk about because I gotta keep playing.
Secret.
Not really secret.
All right, they're not a secret, but it's a fun word to say.
We can pretend they're secret.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
But everybody knows about them.
Yeah.
So what's the strategy now, Mr. Scott?
I got a pikeman. I'm going to...
Pikeman from Rayburg, he's going to be a strong one.
No.
I already know.
No, the Pioneer comes from Rayburg.
Rayburg only leads the finest of fighters.
Actually, let's...
I know this. I feel
summon. So in this game, you use mana to summon things, to rush things instead of... what do you use in your game? Gold? Wait, what? Oh, credits.
Just like America,
Credits.
we believe in money. That is the
So let's
the currency of awesome.
send her...
So where are you heading off to now?
I'm gonna team up. I'm gonna bring my armies together. I'm gonna send this falcon into the wild blue yonder. This guy, why is this guy not moving? There we go. I'm gonna tell the city to do something. Command post. I don't really need logistics. Armory, sentinels, archivist. I'm gonna boost my production. All right, more idle cities. What should I do? Okay, this is your city. This is Rayburg. What should Rayburg do?
Win. Next question. That's right. When you bringing the questions
there are a few
on,
steps in between.
I'm ready for all the questions. Step 1, build army. Step 2, something. Step 3, profit for win game.
You're gonna do a watchtower. You lost.
You're gonna do watchtower. Ray, you lost voting privileges when you started
lost
mentioning.
them. You lost your voting privileges.
That's just not fair.
3 sentences
I
ago.
vote to not vote.
Okay, so. Oh, sorry. 1 second. You may want to wash this microphone. Let's
Thoroughly.
see. Warrior's Might, reduce Doomsday. I don't think I'm gonna need that. Let's do summon ship. Beguile. I want that. So one thing I don't. Is it in your guys' bill? We've one of the things that we've changed with these stamps, and I don't think it's in this build, but we added resources around the various minor factions. So if you end up going to war with a minor faction, or if you choose to go to war with them, there's like this little treasure trove of cool resources that you can get if you go to war with them and you defeat them. Because in a lot of the quest dialogues, there would be like really snarky, obviously a-hole remarks that you can make to go to war with them, but there was no there's no carrot being dangled as to why I should do that, besides I just want to play as an a-hole. So we needed to make sure that there was some sort of reward if you decide to choose that route, besides the fun of snarky text and replies. So that's something that you'll end up seeing in the first update. I don't know when Beta 5A is going out, but there are plans for lots of updates.
Cool.
Does everybody here know that the date was pushed back? Because I guess that's pretty big news if anybody doesn't know. Gold will be...
do we have a official post on the forum kind of thing? Has like
I hope so.
Adam gone through and ran that out and everything? And
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, Brad did.
Cool.
And I think...
Well, that's exciting. That's exciting news. That's all I was thinking. I was like, hey,
at the very least, I think that they're very strongly leaning in that direction. So
cool.
Why is this guy not moving? There we go.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
Look at he has 7 moves. That's
It's
nice.
actually a bird. So is this like a scout unit?
Yeah, that's yep. That is the ranger. One of his early abilities is free falcon scout. So I pick it because this poor scout. And then while regular scouts are on the ground, just getting massacred. I'm trying to find your mini boss. I swear.
Don't let him, Scott.
I'm not putting this off.
I'm waiting for the fight of the century.
Okay, crafting. Okay. I'm gonna start working my way into the Sorcerer King's area because I have a feeling that the bad guys are up here, somewhere. And let's make an outpost. Shabam. That. So much stuff.
What's in the forest there? It was shiny.
The wisp, the wandering wisp.
Cool.
It's not cool, Ray. He's a jerk.
Really?
Yeah, it's an
Can we
enemy.
fight him?
Yeah.
Let's fight him.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
The struggle's real every week. Every week I guest host, and they're like, Ray, you want to guest host? I'm like, yeah, I'm super excited. Let's do this. Talk about Sorcerer King. Can we fight anything big? Scott's like, no, Ray.
I'm working towards that.
No, Ray, I don't like you. I'm taking it personal. All right, so let's go back to questions in the chat. Let's see. Oh, has there been any consideration or thought in making more strategic summons? Because this player was mentioning that they don't really find themselves using them in tactical.
There are some high level. It's actually called like conjure, fire elemental, conjure, ice elemental. You can. They require a higher spellbook level. So you may have to go and customize your spellbook to get a high enough spellbook level, or play as the Guardian. But there are definitely spells that exist that will bring things into the main map. Pretty high mana cost. I think there's a 1 mana upkeep cost to keep them going, but they exist, but they're a little bit more rare than the tactical variety. Though I worry, I'd be curious what other people say about summons. Like, if summons aren't being used, this is where I wish that Elemental had analytics where we could see like what spells are actually being used by people. I would love to know, who uses what summons work, what summons are worth their time, which ones aren't, because, the summon spellbook should be interesting and useful, as they all should. But
I'd actually got a comment too that are you guys still looking for people to submit names for the Swamp Giant Champion?
Yes. Right now, lay it on us.
I'm hoping they bring one. We need one. Could you please bring us? So we need suggestions.
Yes, we do.
Right.
Yeah.
So currently,
especially if we get it pushed back, we got a couple of months to like perfect.
Right.
Name.
So that's all I'm saying. So right now, there's an opportunity for the people in the chat right now. You're like first ones today to hear about this.
Oh, he's onto my shard shrines.
So right now, you can make history in this video game. You can name the character of the Swamp Giant Champion, and I would love to hear any names you have on the fly right now for this creature in the game. Put them in the chat, and we'll say them out loud. It's going to be awesome.
So my threat is going up. What am I at? 2 out of 5. So right now, the Sorcerer King, 2 out of 5. I'm a minor concern. The Sorcerer King is beginning to mobilize his armies against me. But I'll be ready with my Falcon. I'm going to poop on him. All right. So let's send this guy over here.
And the duck armor? We still got a forum post on duck armor to make sure.
I didn't see too many updates, but I know that it exists.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome. Oh, we have some names rolling into the chat right now.
All right.
So let's go. You ready?
I'm ready. My ears are ready. My heart is ready.
First one. We have the first one in the chat is Tiny Mick Biggins. I like that one. That one's good. Followed up by Gorgath.
Oh, Gorgath.
This one has me tickled. Inspector Frederick Tinselbottom.
I like that.
Good thing I'm not on. Good thing I'm not on Sorcerer King, because that would be in
Yeah.
And if that wouldn't, that name would be everywhere.
Wait. Let me make my choice here.
Let me make my choice. There's so many more coming in.
Okay.
There's so many more.
Wait, this scout needs to be. What was that?
Inspector Frederick Tinselbottom.
No. Oh my gosh! Is
You're
this
so
an
close.
NES game? What the heck? Dr. Frederick Tinsel.
All right.
Oh
Also,
my gosh!
we've got a few more coming in the chat.
I'm sorry. It's got to be Dr. Frederick Tinselbottom. But he exists. He's in.
He's in.
Bam! Look at that turnaround time.
Instant. Boom. You want to be in the game? You're in the game. That's great. But yeah, it's working off the chat here. Giant Jeffrey. That's a good one.
Okay, Dr. Frederick.
This one's fancy. It just has Rathul. I don't know. I probably said that wrong. But that one's, I like that. Here's another classic. This is like a classic Rayism right here. Foul Guard Smelly. I can see. I like that one.
I do like Foul Guard.
Foul Guard. Something about Foul Guard.
Yeah.
Foul Guard. Sorry, that was terrible. That came out of nowhere. I apologize for people.
I used to read
watching.
my kids' bedtime stories in Arnold. Just to amuse, like after the 20th night of reading the same book, you got to amuse yourself somehow. So, I highly suggest it.
There's another one. I kind of Typhoon or Typhon.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of, it's got a good vibe. And the CW, popular guy on the forums, mentioning Mangrove.
Okay.
Mangrove the Swamp Giant.
Save those. Save them all.
Wait, let me just take a few photos of my brain. Okay, they're all on there. Actually, just kidding about that. These will be copy and pasted so we can record them properly. No worries. Beastly Loghead. Man, these are all. See, you.
Here, wait,
everyone here.
What was that one? Grossman? No, Grim. There was one that we both kind of like perked up at. Growlman.
All these have been so good. Oh, Foul Guard?
Foul Guard.
Foul Guard Smelly. Foul Guard the Smelly. Not many friends Foul Guard had. Not many at all, so we retreated to the swamp. This is the imaginary backstory of Foul Guard the Smelly.
Okay, that's how I'll remember these, is I will write them down. Okay, so let's just go on a Darkling murdering spree.
Oh, another comment in the chat. Another comment strongly would love if
Bolded.
the wizard tree was made better. Need to make that wizard tree better.
Okay, yeah.
Made better.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was the first tree. So, here's the situation. Here's what's going on. The wizard tree, Tandis's tree, the mage tree, and the slayer hero tree. So 1 sovereign, 3 heroes. Those were all like the original. Those were the original 4 that we made. So they need love. We need to go back to them, knowing what we know now with the systems that we've implemented. We need to make sure that, they're brought up to snuff.
No problem. No problem. Devil Dog FF. Want to make sure we make quality content for everyone. Really appreciate the feedback today. A lot of awesome stuff.
Where are you?
Oh, another good one. Brian Brainrot. I had to reread that one twice to make sure it was spoken properly. Oh, here we go. See, I like the chat. We have some collaboration.
Oh, they're working off each other's.
Yeah, it's
creative
starting to
energy.
get good.
Oh,
this is good.
It's buzzing, baby.
Here's the first collaboration I've noticed. apologies if I missed any others from the chat. We have Foul Guard, Brain Rot.
Foul Guard,
Or Brain Rot. Pulling them together. I like that one. I may have to warn people that it's probably going to have to be one word. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like he's already the. I don't know if he's the Swamp Giant or the Beast Lord, but he is. There's like his last name section is kind of already been defined. Okay.
It's that won't be able to change.
Yep. Oh,
just as a warning.
They almost got me, Scott. I went back to look at the chat, and there's a few names in there that look like they came from a Simpsons episode. Real mature chat. Not gonna say that one out loud. You almost got me. Almost went right over the old head there, but
no, you can say it.
I know.
Oh.
No. See, here's one that's not bad. That with I can use these words on the internet. Yeah, I can use these words on the internet.
Allowable words.
My mom could be watching. I don't want her to get mad at me. You know what I mean? You don't want to be saying stuff.
Raymond.
Yeah. In trouble again. Here's one that hit close to home. Actually, Charles III. Oh, got a little bit more collaboration. Foul Rot. It's a good one.
Foul Rot.
Little Chip. I like that one. A Little Chip.
Little chip.
You got Foul Rot and the Little Chips. We got a band already. You guys are welcome. We're happy. Thank you.
Is there any way in post that we can take out coughing out of the audio track?
No, we've got to make this real, unedited, live footage for the audience.
Raw.
That way they know we're human. You know, sometimes I fear that they may not know that we're human. You know, we have illnesses as well.
Oh, look at that. The shard got attacked. I was told that no shards were being attacked, but we just have confirmation. Oh, hold the line. Mantle of fire. Haste. What am I going to do? I like haste. So where was it being attacked? Ray.
Does it show up on the minimap? On the map?
I know what? I didn't press the go-to button. I should have.
Oh, that'll happen. You gotta go to.
Bug. Ray.
Yes. Bug Ray. Now, do you want to bug me? Because
I want to bug.
We're friends. You're not gonna bug me. We're having a good time. You're not gonna bug me at all. But if you think there is an issue, we can report it. That's for sure.
I think the issue is that we should probably show HP in this tooltip. That's the issue. What? Okay, so what should we do then? If somebody dismisses it, if somebody is, I don't know, talking during a stream and not paying attention, what the?
If someone is talking during the stream, we are interacting with the audience and having a great time. Everything. Answering all these awesome questions today. Everything is going really well.
Yeah, I don't know what shard they attacked, but it said they did. Huh. Any whoop. Unclaimed. Oh, those don't show. Okay, I'm sorry, Ray.
So we should probably do the most mature thing and panic. Or attack the closest thing.
I am going to unhide the map later on and find out what's going on.
Cool.
But in the meantime, let's get our Falcon on. No,
don't let him die.
No.
Readjust my glasses. No. Oh, that was good. You got out of it. Proud of you.
For how much mana? I'm doing pretty good with mana for being, this guy, this commander. There we go.
There's a big guy.
Ray.
Get him.
Not with the Falcon.
Come on. Come on.
Man. Oh.
Get him with the left and the right. God,
Enough.
We're almost out of time. You do this. You tease me. None, really. You tease me every time.
Oh, crud.
Yeah. Because this happens every time.
Are we going to roll this in? Like, stay tuned next time on... I mean, the game is at a point now where we could probably do that.
I hope so. Save it.
What time? We really have no more time?
No.
Okay. Let's hold off because I don't feel super comfortable. I have a combat rating of 35. He has a where'd he go? Straight up vanished. He has a combat rating of 109. I feel there's the gulf may be too much to bear.
Okay.
So let's hold off. I'll probably put a little bit more time into it to build up my stats.
Okay.
But by the time we come back here next week, same time, same channel, we will fight this guy and get the key that we need to take on the Sorcerer King. How's that sound?
Sounds like you better pull through or I'll be bummed.
It sounds like you let me down.
It sounds like you let me down.
You promised this week.
Yeah. Stay tuned next time.
It's not the same, Scott.
It's not the same. I want to see it today. That's fine, though.
I promise you. Here, I'm saving it. I'm right here. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down in my notepad. Right up on top. Bam. Next week. Battle for Ray's viewing
life.
Pleasure.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. Let's mention that in the chat.
Wait, do it. Okay. It's on my list. It's on my to-do list.
Good.
Number 1. It's number 1 through 100 is make sure that battle's awesome.
I do hope everybody had a really good time today on the stream. I know we covered a lot of amazing questions back, so thank you. I'm glad
a lot of great names.
Yeah. I'm glad we had time to like do the stream today and mention that is like, hey, we're collecting some of the player feedback and as always, players were able to bring it through with a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Anything
else?
But I think that's pretty much it for us today.
What's tomorrow on the Stardock stream, Ray?
Oh,
segue.
You made it sound like you practiced that.
Tell.
Pray tell what, Mr. Ray? Nothing, Scott. Just the coolest thing ever. Actually, as far as I know, Off-World Trading Company. That's right.
I've
you
heard
it here,
Ray.
I've heard really good things.
They
will be hosting their stream. Same bat time. Stay tuned. No, they are on. Let's see. I'm trying to get this. They are on tomorrow at the same time. That is 12 p.m. Pacific. That's for Off-World Trading Company. And then following that will be the day after that will be Friday. And that's the usual Fridays. That's where Galactic Civilizations 3, probably the best game in the world, will be talked about. What? Okay. It's the one I'm working on. You caught me. But no.
It's pretty good.
But that is our lineup. Quick wrap up. The lineup is tomorrow will be Off-World Trading Company. That'll be at 12 p.m. Pacific. And then Friday will be Galciv 3.
And then next week on Sorcerer King, Scott takes Lord Tinselbottom and Fall Guard the Smelly and the rest of your dynamite crew into battle. I've never tried to pronounce this guy's name. Agathon.
I wouldn't.
Oh, Agathon.
There you go.
That works.
All right. Well,
Agathon will fall and the kingdom will be saved. Tune in.
Cool. So just want to say thanks again for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody has an awesome week.
See you guys. Have a good one. Thanks.
Bye.